Hello YouTube! Today I'm going to be talking about advertising. Now advertising is a big deal if you're, like me, a freelance photographer. Now there's quite a few different ways you can advertise. Some of them are free, some of them are expensive. Now if you're like me, expensive isn't an option because you're either a student, such as myself, or you're just beginning and you just don't have the money to do it. Or millions of other reasons. Maybe you're just cheap. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're going to be showing you how to do it for free or inexpensively. And I mean you can go to your market or wherever you live. I don't know what they call them in every country, but your supermarket, you can get a $30 master gift card and that will help you. But guess what, guys? That's not required. That's not even a big deal in this video, so don't worry. Money isn't the deal of this video at all. So let's begin. So, although it's a little misguiding, Photoshop is nothing to do with this video. In fact, it's all on the internet. So, first site I'm going to show you is called Kijiji. Now, in America, or even in Canada as well, there's a different site you can go to called Craigslist. But for what I hear, there's murderers on there, so we're not going to go there. We're going to go to the nice and innocent Kijiji, which there has been no murderers reported on. And here we are. So what do you see? Well, you see a lot of advertisements, you see a lot of options, and yeah. So we're not interested in buying and sell or cars or anything. We're interested in services. So what services do you think are there? Well, we see photography and video. Although these services should be separately categorized because they're different than each other, they're not. That's not that big of a deal, though. So we go here, and what do we see? Well, we see a lot of different people who are offering their photography skills or their business's photography skills. And I'm no different. So if we go here, here is my ad. And yeah, so as you can tell, I'm doing it for $35 per hour plus traveling fee. Absolutely no hidden fees, family modeling, and all this. And you might say, well, nobody's going to look at your ad. Well, the thing about Kijiji is, and possibly the fact that they have over 5,500,065, I don't even know how to say that number, listings, might tell you that maybe people do, because obviously people are using it. And if you live in a town like me, or a city, that's not too large, you have a really good chance. Because if you go to Toronto, you'll notice that you'll go on the third or fourth page within hours. But in Woodstock, you'll stay on the first page for, well, weeks usually. This was the first page and I posted this quite literally 10 days ago. And it stayed the way it is. So this is actually an outdated ad that I have. If we go to my Kijiji, you'll notice that this is my new ad. It's being delayed because sometimes Kijiji does that. Now, they're quite accurate in saying only a few hours. It doesn't take much longer than, let's say, 3 or 4 hours, I noticed. So it's no big deal. Here's my new ad, and you can tell that I've changed it. Now, I personally noticed that there's more personal people who are interested in going to Kijiji for their advertising. Or not their advertising, I mean their photography needs. So, yeah, that's where I decided to go. And if we look at my ad, we're going to notice a few things. If we quickly go to, I don't know exactly what example I can use, but if we just go, where is it? And okay, so here's this person's photography, and I do not mean to pick on this person. It's not fair that I'm really picking on them, but they're the first person on there, and they fitted the criteria that I need to use. If we look at this advertisement, and then we look at this advertisement, what are we noticing that it's different? That's obviously the text. People generally like having colorful text. Now, I don't know why, it seems aesthetically more pleasing. It's easier on the eyes to read, and it adds more interest to reading the entire thing. I'll be honest with you, with this one, I read up to about female, maybe photographer, and then I stopped reading. And I guess it's different if I was interested in her photography. I guess I might read the entire thing, but that's just what I noticed personally. Obviously, she has 15 years experience, and I don't, but still, that's just a personal thing I noticed. Now, something to do with Kijiji is that there's issues with Kijiji. If I go to post ad free, which is 100% free, they offer things that you can use for advertising, which was why I brought up $30 a couple minutes ago. But if we, where am I going? I'm crazy. It's 1:35 in the morning. We'll notice that I got no options to add any colorful things. I got text. So, why? Well, because Google Chrome doesn't work with Kijiji. You actually have to go and use Firefox, which some people might bitch and say that's a big deal because Firefox is slower or something, but the fact is if your business is relying on how fast your browser is, you probably shouldn't be in the field. So if we, here, where am I going again? So if we go post ad free, we go down, we go to photography and video, we'll notice we have all these options. Now I personally generally go to Google Docs and then do all my stuff and then paste it in here. But it works in here perfectly fine. You can access to all different colors, to different types of things. You can put your text in the middle, on the right side, left side, line like that or whatever. It doesn't matter. You have all the options. There's not much that you need that this doesn't offer you. So if you're doing this, use Firefox. I suggest not doing it like this. I suggest putting things in the middle because it makes them first look aesthetically better. And secondly, adding lots of color. Add more color, more different colors towards the bottom than the top, because when you do that, it makes them have more interest to read direct down to the bottom instead of reading the first, let's say, 3 sentences. Okay, so on top of that, we're just going to stay with this. You can get various things for relatively inexpensive money. Now, personally, I think highlighted ad is not that worth it, but it's only $2. And you can pay this by going to PayPal and signing up for PayPal, then going down to your supermarket and getting one of those $30 master gift cards. A lot of people say they don't work. The thing about master gift cards that you need to do is you have to activate them before you can use them online. You can use them in the store, just not online. And sometimes when you go and call MasterCard to activate them, it can take 48 hours. It's a pain in the ass, but unless if you want to give the people your MasterCard, which you might, I personally would never do it. Or if you want to put your bank account information in, again, another thing I probably wouldn't do, all power to you. You can also use a reloadable Visa gift card thing, which I should do. I haven't done it though. You also have things like Top Ad, which is a very good thing to get. For $26, you can get 30 days on the Top Ad, so it's a month for it to be on the top of all the other ads. If you live in a large city like Toronto, this is a priceless necessity. You can also put it on the home page for $10, which is a very good thing to do. Of course, these things are optional. I personally haven't done it. And I'll tell you why I personally haven't done any of these. I live in a small town where these ads generally don't get updated. There's generally not too many more people who go in. So generally, I just leave them the way they are for free. And it's cheap because you don't have to pay anything, and it works. So anyway, guys, that's about it. I just wanted to explain all that to you. You should use Kijiji. It's awesome. If you live in America, you're going to have to use Craigslist because Craigslist is your option. But in Canada, we have Kijiji, and it's a lot more popular than Craigslist is. So, and not to mention Craigslist, like I said before, there's murderers on it or something, whatever that movie was about. So, you don't want to get some murderous person after you. Anyway, guys, I'm done. It's 1:40 in the morning. I am tired, and I've made 2 videos now, and I have to upload them. So, talk to you guys later. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below. It always helps me. It's awesome. And like the video. Okay. I'm going to bed now, so see ya.